Got a Volkswagen Jetta front bumper in. Here's my process of how I'm going to deal with this bumper. I'm blowing off the dust on the bumper. Small repair on the side. Granted, I did wash the bumper beforehand with some soapy water, but I'm just making sure that there's no extra dust or any bits of water that are in the cracks and crevices. Don't want any moisture, any water rolling out on this bumper while I'm spraying. Causes nothing but a headache. Make sure it is fully dry before you start spraying. Got to wear that ear protection though, because it is very loud. I'm just plugging in a blower that is only on, and that's it. Next step, cleaner. I just use isopropyl alcohol in a water mixture. 1/3 alcohol to water. I do recommend wearing gloves, but you don't always have to. Everybody is really paranoid about being clean. I'm not touching the face of the panel. I'm holding the back of the bumper as I wipe it. But if you have pizza fingers, wash your hands. Be careful where you're touching. And if you have an issue with having really clammy hands, well, then go ahead, put some gloves on, and then wipe it down. I was in a hurry here, and I just didn't really feel necessary to do it. I've done this a few times where I've never gotten a fisheye. I haven't gotten a fisheye in a long time, really, but this is more of a do as I say, not as I do. And then here's another no that people don't want to do is solvent-borne cleaner. I just kind of wet the rag. I'm just wiping down the face of it lightly. And the only reason I am doing this is because I'm using an anti-static air gun, and it will get rid of any static. Because as soon as you wipe plastic with solvent, it creates a ton of static. So if you can avoid that, do it. Just use a waterborne cleaner. But I find that I get zero fish eyes if I do it this way. But there's the Eco Gun by Unicel Tech. It is the anti-static gun. I'm going to blow it off really well. Get any of that static discharge that I might have put in there with the solvent. I don't really have issues when I do it this way. But again, it can be a don't do as I do as I am saying here. And then I attack it, and I'm just trying to get anything off. And I'm going to add a bit more static to that by tacking it aggressively. But I go in again with the anti-static gun. So I blow it, tack it, blow it every time. I have no static. I have no fish eyes. I have a very clean panel to work off of. It's not the way they teach you in school and do it by the textbook, but it is the way that I end up doing it, and I have great results. Got my sealer mixed up. I'm going to start with this back edge because it needs to be covered. And I'm just going to seal this end of the bumper. That's all I need to worry about is just the end of the bumper. No more, no less. Trick with sealer, under reduce by 5%, no more than 5% when you're doing white, because white is low hiding. And then put 2.5% black sealer in, and it gives it a very light gray. You'll have way better coverage of your white sealer, especially when you have to go over top of a gray primer like I did. And then I'm getting ready for some base coat. Keeping it clean, so I blow it, tack it, blow it every time. Check out that nice paint suit I got. I love the way they fit, and I didn't think I needed it, but they have padding in the knees, so I was painting a rocker the other day, and I was really happy to have the padding because the next day after that rocker, I had the bottom of a door and I knelt down with a different paint suit on with no padding, and it was a very noticeable difference. So I'm very pumped to have this paint suit because it fits good, and even the little features of the padding is great. But here's the base coat. I'm just kind of blending it over the whole bumper. Customer didn't want the rock chips fixed, so I'm kind of doing a reverse blend, get some white on everywhere, making sure that I have coverage on that bumper end where I did the repair. And same thing applies, blow it, tack it, blow it after the first coat of base once it's dry. I'm using Omni Plus. This is LC9A, whatever that common Volkswagen white base coat is. I find with Omni, they have Omni and Omni Plus. The Omni version of whites are always, a solid white are always on point. They're always a good match. But then I mix it with the Omni Plus binder because the paint job will last longer and you won't have delamination with your clear. So really this is just to cover up any little scratch or rock chips or whatever that this bumper has, and we kind of just blend it and sand it, and the bumper end's looking really good. Repair is really solid. Ended up putting staples, welded it, and then I glued it with some mesh on the inside. So I did every which way I can make that solid to never crack out again. Got my clear coat here, De Beer 80-121. I got the Luma Exodus OP 1.3. That's doing the job start to finish. Just make sure you get all your edges when you're spraying clear. You can see that I've kind of broken the bumper up into different areas. Kind of like it's got 5 sides. There'd be side 4, here's side 5. The very end, then the kind of like the middle end, then the middle. That's 3 parts, and then the 2 to finish it off. Just because there's all these different angles and curves, I try and break up the bumpers so that I'm only spraying flat sections. And here is second coat of clear. Get in the back side of the edges so that you don't have any dry spray that you might see after it's installed. Definitely a good idea to spray from the back side, especially when you're trying to get inside of fog light holes or where the grill snaps in. It is tricky to get it from the face of it, from the front, so you might have to attack it from the back. But here's what I mean. There's the second side, essentially what I'm breaking it into. That's the middle right from the bumper, middle left from what you're looking at, hit in the middle, and then the last section. Really keeps it simple. I find that when you break it down just to basic flat spots, different basic shapes, less likely to get runs. That's kind of the name of the game, is don't make mistakes, because that just costs you money in the end. The De Beer 80-121 is a production style clear. Within, I don't have a bake cycle on this booth, so I would say within, depending on the temperature outside, 30 to 60 minutes, I can kick this bumper out of the booth and load up the next job. 30 minutes if it's really hot, but if you're doing 30 minutes and you need to get things going, you gotta be very, very careful. But give yourself an hour guaranteed, you'll be good. But yeah, that's the Jetta. Fix the side, blend out the color, cover up any little spots, scratches, chips. Keep it clean, blow it, tack it, blow it with the anti-static gun. If you found this video useful, feel free to check out the rest of my channel. Watch a couple more videos. Hopefully you guys can learn something. Just trying to put some knowledge out there so everybody can figure out how to, maybe it's your first paint job, maybe you just get into the trade, you've done a few and you just want a little more insights on how other guys do it. This is kind of how I did it on this job. But yeah, check out my other videos. Let me know in the comments if there's anything that you want me to talk about, and I will definitely make a video about it.